Good evening and welcome to the second edition of UBC News Tonight at 10 p.m. with me, Moureen Babirye, and my colleague Mohamed Mogalu on sign language. Let's get into our news tonight. President Yoweri Museveni has commended the Kampala business community for ensuring national stability and peace. He emphasized peace in facilitating access to domestic, regional and global markets. He was addressing the inaugural Kampala Business Forum in Kampala.
From 15 to 5%. No other country.
President Yoweri Museveni has applauded the Kampala business community for supporting government initiatives of economic transformation. He was officiating the first Kampala Business Forum at Serena Hotel in Kampala.
You're the middle class. People who depend on what we call profit. Profit is the difference between the cost of production and the final price. That is the profit. Katumwe ekibayimirizawo akagamba ako ka profit. You are profit makers.
The president reaffirmed the government's commitment to infrastructure development and market access.
It's easier to deal with the infrastructure, especially the railway, and more of the power dams, so that we really have low costs of, I'm glad we have reached at 5 cents per kilowatt hour. For some industries, we should reach for all manufacturers. That's what we are aiming at, not just for the big ones.
He commended the business community for its significant contribution to national security and stability.
The middle class, the bourgeoisie, we are part of the French Revolution. Get a name, sorry, Yabani, because it was the feudalists who had those taxes. To call your name, sorry, yeah. So therefore, what we are seeing here is you, the new middle class, coming up and discovering the interests of integration, of a united Uganda, and also, by implication, a united East Africa.
The Kampala business community appreciated the business environment created by the government.
Excellency's leadership has connected dots of national development like a master planner, ensuring no sector grows in isolation. These are the gains, and I repeat, these are the gains that we must protect.
Once you have peace, you can do anything you want. We have been able to do our business, to progress in the business because of the peace which he has provided.
The forum members resolved to support President Yoweri Museveni's re-election in the upcoming 2026 general elections to safeguard the progress made in the business ecosystem.
And recognizing the central importance of continuity, peace, security, and predictable leadership to Uganda's economic future, the Kampala Business Forum 2025 formally resolves to support the protection of national gains, the deepening of stability, and the acceleration of inclusive economic transformation. Accordingly, the forum, representing the diverse business organizations across Uganda, formally endorses His Excellency Yoweri Museveni for President of the Republic of Uganda, 2026 to 2031. Thank you, Your Excellency.
So I appreciate you, and I welcome your endorsement.
The theme for the inaugural Kampala Business Forum was the power of collaboration, public-private partnerships for national transformation. Abdul Nasili Lubwama for UBC.
Thank you, Nasir, for that report. Now, State Minister for Defense and Veteran Affairs, Huda Oleru, has urged people of Aringa East constituency in Yumbe district to enter agriculture to avert household poverty. While campaigning as NRM flag bearer, Oleru said the political piece should be translated into wealth creation.
Flag bearer for Aringa East County, Huda Oleru has rallied her constituents to embrace agriculture as an economic activity that will avert poverty at household level. She says agriculture is easy because crops thrive in any place.
The NRM government has introduced some high-valued crops that they think if people are engaged in, they can easily come out of poverty, especially now under the perennial crops, cocoa, coffee. These are key crops NRM has identified, and it has been proved that they can also do well in our place. So that is another area that I'm going to push to identify some model farmers in Aringa East who will grow that crops.
She adds that there is a need for every Ugandan to join President Yoweri Museveni in sustaining the peace that the country is experiencing now.
NRM manifesto has listed so many things, and basically the most important thing that we are looking at the manifesto is peace, security, which is the cardinal role of NRM manifesto that we are looking for. And that's why we are saying we need to protect the gain of the peace and the security we have in this country. Therefore, as a flag bearer and as a member of NRM, I have to join my president to support that key item in our manifesto, the one of peace and security. And you are aware that even recently there has been a challenge between us here and our neighbors from South Sudan, and it's the role of the NRM to create a harmonious environment for people to stay. That is why they have put detaches, around 3 detaches in the border to protect our people. That is very key, and we shall continue.
People of Aringa East County still demand for social infrastructure.
Of recent, we are a new county, and we have a lot of establishments which are not in place yet. We have poor roads at the moment. Health facilities are not well spread. We have challenge of water sources. In some of the places you see boreholes are not there. It is a challenge for us still. And the civic role has been poor. People have not been understanding government as well, because we do not have proper leaders who would go down to train people, to teach people about their civic roles. But as Aringa East, we are trying to wake up. As it concerns your next question, why we are rallying behind the current incumbent MP, Honorable Huda Abasa.
Joseph Odama, UBC News.
NRM leaders meeting in Isingiro district have praised Uganda's political stability as a reference point in East and Central Africa. State Minister for Animal Husbandry and Isingiro North MP, retired Lieutenant Colonel Bright Ramidama Kanyantore, says regular elections every 5 years demonstrate strong democracy, noting gains in peace, stability and living conditions under President Museveni.
State Minister for Animal Husbandry and Isingiro North MP, retired Lieutenant Colonel Bright Ramidama, added that NRM supports grassroots communities with funds to fight poverty.
But you are the best politicians. You know you are part of the executive. Any human being who is very clever should always be conscious of where his or her brain is buttered. This environment is good for professionals. And I request you to look for the president, for the vote of the president, and also for NRM. Because NRM we have done fairly very well.
Retired UPDF captain and Kashari South MP aspirant John Bosco Tumusime said Uganda's stability has attracted regional confidence.
Popular Party. One, it's the core values, as you have mentioned them. Democracy. To leave people decide for themselves. To leave people liberty to elect leaders of their choice ever after 5 years. Or where we have got by elections in between the 5 years.
Encouraging all voters, all supporters of NRM vote for President Museveni. Reason one, he has experience. Two, he is organized. Three, is his ideas. For example, like for Ekamoto, campaign that is championed, that is actually telling us, I'm sure is going to work for our people. Because we have been using a lot of land, using a lot of resources, but the output from, let's say, our cattle has not been realizing us, giving us some good money at the end of the month.
Yibanda woman MP flag bearer Jovrin Kalisa Chomkama urged voters to support NRM.
At all, if you want the trade that is taking place in Uganda, of course, all that is able because of the environment the president has put in place, peace and security. We are celebrating President Museveni tomorrow for all the work he's done in Uganda.
Under NRM, and as NRM as a party, we have our manifesto. So I'll be implementing the NRM manifesto as well as looking at what we are lacking here. For example, in areas where we don't have electricity, where we don't have good roads, where we don't have clean water, where we don't have schools per every parish. Those are the things I'll be focusing on.
Now, the Archbishop Church of Uganda, the Most Reverend Dr. Stephen Kazimba Mugalu, has urged heads of government agencies to ensure that the institutions they serve fulfill their core mandate. He was speaking at the Thanksgiving service for the Financial Intelligence Authority in Kampala, where he appealed for addressing financial crimes during this election season.
The Financial Intelligence Authority held the end of year Thanksgiving service led by the Archbishop Church of Uganda, the Most Reverend Dr. Stephen Kazimba Mugalu. During the service, the Archbishop urged heads of government agencies to put service at the forefront to ensure that institutions they serve fulfill their core mandate.
Be honest, you as a person, to your job and to your people. You are fighting people who are also very intelligent in stealing. The scammers and others these days, fraudulent has gone to another level where people who are doing that job, they are also wise. So we need to work as a team. Teamwork is important, but also don't stop learning. You should also every now and again seek for wisdom.
The Executive Director for Financial Intelligence Authority, Samuel Wele Wandila, stressed that the authority is working closely with banks and other financial institutions to obtain vital intelligence geared at ensuring that the economy is not used by criminals.
The reporting entities who are called accountable persons, and in this particular case, we are working very closely with the banks, the forex bureaus, and other deposit-taking institutions to ensure that only legitimate transactions are processed. We don't see any flaws related to elections, which...
Uganda has the anti-money rendering law of 2013 that aims to control money rendering and other financial crimes.
Government has now approved the development of a legislative framework which is going to regulate the licensing and operations of the virtual and virtual asset service providers to ensure that criminals don't abuse this space.
Through this authority, Uganda aims to combat serious crimes arising from inside money inflows, but also protect the integrity of the economy. Suzanne Nabugude for UBC News.
The Deputy Head of Public Service, Jen Chasirima Mwesiga, has urged ministries to foster innovation-friendly workplaces, allowing public servants to rethink and redesign service delivery. She was presiding over the graduation of the first Government Empower Network Champion cohort.
Following the launch of the first chapter of the Government Empowerment Network cohort in Uganda, more than 30 senior officials from the Office of the Prime Minister and the Ministries of Finance, Education, Gender, Water and Environment, and Public Service have graduated. They form Uganda's first Gen Champion cohort, a national network mandated to drive system-wide reforms, strengthen leadership capacity, and accelerate innovation across government institutions.
Next recipient is Dengai Rebecca Akello. Becky.
The Deputy Head of Public Service, Jen Charisima Mwesigwa, urged the Ministry of Public Service to establish a public sector innovation think space for testing ideas without bureaucratic resistance and to uphold the three fundamental pillars of the public service.
You can be innovative within the existing regulations, but we call on the leadership in the public service to ensure that they create that environment that can allow innovation, new ideas, to ensure that we improve service delivery.
The Permanent Secretary, Ministry of Public Service, challenged the champions to promote citizen-centered reforms.
We look forward to hearing your reflections and to seeing the solutions you will showcase during the exhibition. I thank you all for joining us, and I now invite you to engage fully, celebrate the progress made, and commit to the next steps of Uganda's public sector reform journey.
Other speakers emphasized Jen's role in strengthening reform, leadership and inter-agency collaboration.
Clearly, this training involves identifying the problems, coming up with proposals, and ensuring that there is positive change in the way we conduct business in government, to ensure that it's not business as usual, but it's business unusual.
Till the discipline of analyzing, of investigating, of engaging, of consulting across the ministry, across government, in finding solutions to the many challenges that each entity deals with, and then come up with solutions that are going to be effective, that are going to be durable.
By 2030, Gen over 1,500 public servants will be empowered.
All right, big congratulations to you.
In other news, a commissioner for technical vocational education, training, operations and management in the Ministry of Education and Sports, Dr. Loy Abaine Muhwezi, has called upon higher institutions of learning to train and target products that tackle unemployment. This was during the 20th graduation ceremony of Nzamizi Training Institute of Social Development.
All institutions of higher learning in Uganda need to train products that address youth unemployment in Uganda. The Commissioner Technical Vocational Education, Training, Operations and Management in the Ministry of Education and Sports, Dr. Baine Muhwezi, says it is a new challenge for vocational training in Uganda.
They are going to help the communities where they live. This institute is the biggest and more popular and enriched in empowering trainees with skills and knowledge to handle the socio-economic development in Uganda. And we urge all the people and the graduates and those who are still learning at this institution to utilize the environment that is created right now with the parish development model.
There was a call for graduates to upgrade their qualifications for better opportunities. The Dean of Students, Samizi Institute of Social Development, Mikidad Semanda, appealed to the graduates to use the acquired knowledge to change the community.
Is a new policy that is geared towards producing very competent resources.
One, I encourage them to take on each and every opportunity that comes across, that they come across to. Even if it is not a white-collar job, let them get started, let them initiate their own projects to see how they can ably support themselves and support this great nation. There has been challenges here and there, but we thank God that we have worked hand in hand with the examining body. We have harmonized almost issues that have been affecting our students, almost 99%. The few that are pending, they will be worked on very soon for everyone to get his or her transport.
Now in Gulu, the College of Health Sciences has commissioned a modern dental skills laboratory, ranked second most equipped dental training facility among all health training institutions in Uganda. The facility highlights government efforts to strengthen health training and produce competent professionals.
Gulu College of Health Sciences is one of the most government-aided health training institutions in northern Uganda, offering certificate and diploma programs in various medical disciplines. Their institution plays a key role in training frontline health workers who serve communities across the region and beyond. The newly commissioned Dental Skills Laboratory and building have been officially opened by the Acting Director of Health Technical and Vocational Education and Training in the Ministry of Education and Sports, Dr. Hajat Safina Kisu Musene. She noted that the facility comes at a time when Uganda is focused on producing highly skilled and competitive health professionals for the global market.
As government, we are committed to improve our infrastructure, our training resources, to improve the hospital, and recently Cabinet passed a policy for education and training health professionals, right from certificate up to PhD.
Dr. Musene explained that with its new facility, the laboratory can accommodate 55 students during the practical sessions, significantly improving hands-on learning.
This institution can comfortably accommodate over 200 students for dental care training.
During the same event, more than 470 students graduated in 11 certificate and diploma programs, marking the institution's 11th graduation ceremony. The principal of the institution, Babalanda Jean, appreciated the government for its continued support in improving training infrastructure, but called for more funding to address the remaining institutional challenges.
A request for additional tutors and clinical instructors to man the increasing enrollment and number of programs. A need to improve the college infrastructure to match the level of training the profession's demand. There is urgent need for the construction of a modern structure suitable to accommodate female students.
Educationists also urged the graduates to uphold discipline and professionalism in their service to the public and encouraged them to pursue further studies, noting that opportunities in the health sector remain vast.
Today, you step into a world that needs your healing hands and your compassionate heart.
One that demands for love, one that demands for patience, demands for understanding, it demands for discipline, perseverance, and courage.
Our country is demanding more than certificates. It is demanding competence, integrity, and accountability. A certificate without character is a national threat. A skill without discipline is a liability.
The final phase of the Luweero District Administration block construction has officially been launched, marking a major milestone for the district. The project, which has been ongoing since 2007, aims to provide a modern and functional administrative headquarters for Luweero district.
State Minister for Luweero Rwenzori Triangle, Alice Kaboyo, presided over the launch, urging the contractor to ensure timely completion and maintain high-quality standards.
The constructors have promised that by April next year, 2026, they will be handing over this building. We know that it is going to look very beautiful, and because this district is our maker, the NRM maker, so we are looking forward to finishing up this project.
Luweero District Chairperson Erasto Chibirango thanked government for taking responsibility for the stalled project.
They are going to construct council hall and council chambers. They are going to roof the entire building, then finishing works including plastering, painting, and floor finishes.
The UPDF Engineering Brigade has been assigned to complete the construction, with handover expected by April 2026.
It has been going on for a long time, but at last the National Resistance Movement has come to our rescue. We would like to thank the President of the Republic for accepting, and because we asked and it has been honored. So we also thank the Minister for Luweero Triangle for taking the initiative to follow up.
Minister Kaboyo also distributed iron sheets to several schools, supporting local infrastructure improvements and contributing to a better learning environment for students in Greater Luweero.
We are so grateful, both primary and secondary schools of Luweero.
Benon Mukwaya, UBC News.
In other news, citizens have been urged to embrace unity without discrimination as a way of fostering collective national development. Pastor Irene Manjeri made the remarks during Sunday service at Bethel Healing International Prayer Center.
As believers in Christ flocked to churches to thank God for blessings, at Bethel Healing International Prayer Center, the lady pastor Irene Manjeri prayed to God, preaching to people to shun cruelty, greed and unwillingness to help others.
I'm a person who takes care of the homeless in Kampala. I'll look for them and give them something to eat. Merry Christmas. Love others. Wish others well. Those of you in churches, stop praying evil prayers, because it is witchcraft, and love your fellow Ugandans so you can be blessed.
Pastor Irene Manjeri urged Ugandans to embrace love and compassion for one another.
Because Uganda, without all the tribes combined, there is no Uganda. Let's love, respect, embrace each other as Ugandans of all tribes. That's why we are more than 50 million.
Amid the charging politics, Pastor Manjeri warned people against discrimination based on religion, race, or political affiliation, and urged them to uphold peace and harmony.
Tusabire eggwanga nga lyeteekerateekera okulonda. Ebyo ebintu bwe bibeerawo, abantu abatalina musango be bafa. Twegayirire Katonda, omusaayi guleme kuyiika. Tobera comfortable wosula n'ogamba nze sironda.
Amwaye Vanjuko for UBC.
Now, the Ahmadiyya Muslim community has today closed its annual convention, drawing hundreds of believers for a spiritually uplifting finale focused on faith and social responsibility. We have the details.
Sheikh Iga Haruna reminded participants of Islamic principles that guide moral conduct and help address social challenges facing families and communities.
Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallama yasindikibwa eri ensi yonna, era nga nabbi yekka yasindikibwa eri ensi yonna, teri nabbi mulala yenna. Naye ng'ekyamuleeta yakyogerako n'agamba innama bu'uthtu liutammima makarima wa fi riwaya masalih al akhlaq, yajja kubeera ng'atereeza mpisa. nga bwe nabagambyeko mu ntandikwa nti omuwalabu yali nga yasinga obubi wansi w'eggulu wano, naye nabbi sallallahu alaihi wasallam mu myaka 23 gyokka n'abeera ng'atereeza abantu abo n'atuukiriza kiri ekyamuleeta. So ye role model yaffe eri buli muntu, si musiraamu yekka wabula eri ebitonde byonna. Allah kyatugamba nti laqad kana lakum fi rasulillahi uswatun hasana, muyina ekyokulabirako amakula mu bubaka wa Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Teri mbeera gy'ogenda yitamu n'oba weewaana otya nabbi sallallahu alaihi wasallam gy'ataayitamu.
Sheikh Zaki Tamzadeh urged Muslims to promote peace, unity and brotherhood, calling on believers to act as ambassadors of harmony in society.
Mwebale nnyo, mwebalire ddala obwesigwa obwo bwe mutuyinamu nti muyinza okujja ne mubeera wano naffe mu ddwaniro. Ekyo nno kitegeeza ku sayidi emu kitegeeza nkulaakulana, kitegeeza baana baffe okufuna emirimu mu bintu ebitali bimu, naye ate era kitegeeza n'ekitundu okukyukako.
The convention also emphasized service to humanity, had a blood donation drive. Participants appreciated the spiritual guidance and a renewed commitment to faith, peace and service. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
In health, Mukono General Hospital has received an expanded, fully equipped labor suite to improve maternal and newborn health. Save the Mothers East Africa and Uganda Christian University donated the equipment.
Valued at 150 million Uganda shillings, the facility aims to reduce preventable maternal and newborn death through a multidisciplinary public health approach.
So Save the Mothers addresses the 3 delays. And what are these delays? These are the causes of mothers dying generally. The first one is that mothers delay at home. They delay to make decisions to come to hospital in case of a complication related to childbirth and pregnancy. So they die because of that delay, number 1. Delay number 2, when they finally make a decision after recognizing that they have a complication, they take long to access the health facility.
Person Sylvia Senabria highlighted global and national maternal death rates and stressed the need for safe, respectful deliveries.
I'm also grateful for your generosity. The new facilities will definitely improve the healthcare service we offer with dignity to our clients. And indeed, in this refurbishment, they had a hand in giving us the structural designs that are in accordance with the policies and the guidelines of the ministry.
Hospital in charge praised the donation amid rising patient numbers.
It's a referral center for all the facilities in the Mukono district. And here we have more than 116 LSF facilities, private, public, and private not-for-profit, referring patients here. At around 2 a.m., I suffered with 2 mothers. I was informed by the leadership here that Mukono General Hospital is now full to capacity. We cannot admit any more mother. I rang a Koja was also full to capacity. And I don't have 2 public referral facilities in the district. That is Mukono General Hospital and Koja Health Center.
Pregnant mothers and health workers expressed gratitude for the new facility and support.
Your way to Morocco with Uganda Cranes and MTN. Simply buy a Gaga bundle by dialing *100 *0# and stand a chance to win a fully paid trip to Morocco. Gaga your way to Morocco with Uganda Cranes and MTN. Together, our fire is unstoppable. Fire! MTN. Terms and conditions apply. MTN Uganda is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
This is our home, our land, our Uganda. From the rolling hills to the busy streets, from the farmers in the fields to the students in classrooms, we are one people. Elections are a time to choose our leaders, not to fight our brothers and sisters. When violence enters the ballot box, the future of our country is wounded. But when peace leads the way, our nation grows stronger. On election day, choose unity over diversion, respect over hatred, and dialogue over distraction. Love your country, protect your fellow citizens, stand for peace, and say no to electoral violence. This message is brought to you by the Global Election Observation Mission, GEOM, in partnership with the Uganda Electoral Commission. Informed citizens, strong nation.
This season, Pearlbank brings the magic a little closer with Purpose Center, spreading joy across our branches. Genuine laughter, warm interactions, and shared moments that remind us our purpose is rooted in the people we serve. From surprises to smiles, these are the moments we'll forever cherish. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year from Pearlbank, formerly Post Bank.
Kabogos, where are you coming from?
From NSSF.
NSSF? You traveled all the way from Namavundi to get NSSF services. Lekanawe. You walk on the era. NSSF is now everywhere. Come on, I show you. You can register for NSSF. I'll contribute to your Simate life. Now deep down in the Barara. Make NSSF payments. No wahala okubeka langala. NSSF sure is not far. But tomorrow kuhika gotido. Enjoy NSSF from where you are.
Access NSSF services right where you live. With over 20,000 quick teller agents across Uganda, now you can conveniently register yourself, make NSSF payments and contributions to your Smart Life account, Jubira. NSSF, a better life.
The program has met our expectations in that it has been able to give us business.
They gave us a contract where we did a renovation at their head office.
MTN trained us in their procurement process and also the IT technology.
I was struggling with managing the finances of the company. So when I went for that training, I was able to improve in financial literacy and management.
Are you a female entrepreneur looking to do business with MTN? Log on to www.mtn.co.ug/AWE. Together, our progress is unstoppable.
Starting with 100,000 shillings, you begin building real financial strength. Because wealth doesn't just happen, you build it. And the ones who start early end up ahead. Every deposit, every month, every little increase. This is how your money grows into wealth. Put your money to work with the experts at SBG Securities. Partner with us today on your investment journey.
SBG Securities. Keep growing for you, for them, forever.
Now, UBC News Tonight continues with more details. The State House Private Secretary to the President in charge of education and skilling, Jimmy Nambido, has urged parents across to ensure that their children are not lured into political deals. Nambido noted that several groups tend to take advantage of young people during long school breaks, especially in politically charged periods.
The State House Private Secretary to the President in charge of education and skilling, Jimmy Nambiro, has urged parents to ensure that their children are not lured into political deals. Nambiro noted that several groups tend to take advantage of young people during long school breaks, especially in politically charged periods.
When we talk about children, we are talking about even teenagers who are in senior 2, senior 3, senior 4, senior 6. They are back at home. So it is the responsibility of the parents to look after these children, because we know that life continues even after the end of the year.
Parents to keep a close eye on their children and guide them into productive holiday activities.
So the caution I want to make is that, we are in a campaigning period whereby we have groups of people who may want to use the students, they may want to use the children in a wrong way. So we have to caution the parents at all times to know where are the children. They need to know where are the children. Sometimes our parents think that children should be raised by aunts. They should go and visit their uncle. But in between here, there are issues that can happen to a child. So we want to call upon the parents to really look after these children, because as a country, we need them.
Nambiro also warned head teachers of government-aided schools to stop charging unauthorized fees.
This has been a promotional term where we had candidate classes, P7, Senior 4 and Senior 6. Our government, through the President's initiative of universal education, pays for registration fees for every candidate who is in a government school. The caution that the President has always said, and people with deaf ears have not heard, is that there should not be interference with this universal education from primary to secondary to skilling. These should be free programs for Ugandans.
On youth empowerment, Nambiro says presidential skilling hubs are a pillar in preparing young people for sustainable livelihoods.
As the President is moving, campaigning, the President of the Republic of Uganda, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, has reassured Ugandans that the free education continues across from primary, secondary, and of course don't forget that the President has added on the component of skilling the girl stroke a boy child. So all these are efforts that are being made by the President to see that.
In another development, Japan International Cooperation Agency, JICA, has committed to continue funding education projects to improve the quality in northern Uganda. This promise was made by the JICA country representative Ino Yoichi during an inspection tour of works in Gulu, Leda, and Omoro.
For hundreds of children in northern Uganda living with disabilities, a new wave of hope is rising inside their classrooms. At Gulu Prison's primary school, teachers say they have long struggled to support learners with autism, hearing challenges and other intellectual disabilities, often with limited skills and very few trained staff. But this is beginning to change, especially after intervention of Japan Overseas Cooperation volunteers that have joined the school, working hand in hand with local teachers to introduce better teaching methods and give children the confidence to learn at their own pace.
I tried to create the environment that they can feel safe to try and fail to try again. And for that, I try to spend a lot of time with them. In the morning, we are always cleaning and fetching water and wiping blackboards together. We are doing everything together. We are communicate a lot of time like that, and I try to introduce some activity.
The few months that I have stayed here, I have seen that there is at least great improvement on how this lady has been working with the special needs learners. Yeah, one, because she's ever with the learners, with the special needs children, in play, in learning, in doing some small activities. Just she's within the classroom for the special needs.
The challenges that affect the school's efforts of catering for people with special needs range from feeding and lack of a boarding section.
Transporting children from home to school, it is tug of war for our parents. They cannot bring their children to learn. Once you bring that child in school, the child will at least learn something.
The impact of Japan International Cooperation Agency is spreading beyond Gulu, with the schools in Lira and Omoro also benefiting. At Adier Primary School, the Japan Overseas Cooperation volunteers are heavily involved in agriculture.
We are doing school garden project to grow some vegetables and learn something new from our field. And like we grew tomatoes, onions, and cabbage, and soya beans this year.
We have gained a lot of skills from our presence here. Children are able to learn how to grow vegetables. They have learned how to do small irrigation. They have learned to grow varieties of vegetables. For example, you can see here cabbages. We have what in our local language we call bojo.
JICA has also ensured schools receive teacher training, new classrooms, teachers' houses and safe water facilities, all aimed at making learning fair, accessible and dignified for every child.
So this project targeted 35 different schools within the sub-region, Acholi sub-region, scattered across Acholi sub-region. The main components for this project was construction of classroom blocks, provision of classroom furniture, construction of teachers' houses, accommodation, so that they can reside closer to the school. In some cases, construction of borehole in the school to support the learners with water. In other cases as well, construction of a road that leads to the school. And so these facilities have been scattered across the sub-region.
Through the intervention of JICA, steadily the enrollment increased, and we were able to enroll 500 to 600 learners at the beginning of each year. Although as terms goes by, they keep dropping because of some problems that they may be facing down there at home. But currently we are not very bad. We would enroll like 500 plus, and even we hope to get more. And even in terms of retention, learners can at least now complete the primary cycle, other than dropping like from P4, P5, they would sit up to P7.
These projects may have cost Japan billions of Uganda shillings, but the good news is that they will not stop yet.
JICA started the support of the reconstruction of Acholi sub-region since 2009, and we are very much committed. So many of the IDP came back to this region, and I think Acholi very well reconstructed. However, there is still the pending issue, livelihood improvement, something like that. So we are still continuing our support to Acholi sub-region. And we appreciate the resolution of the government of Uganda regarding the resolution which was made in December 2022, which commended JICA support to Northern region.
Beautiful initiative there. Thank you so much, Sentamo, for that report. In other news, the Bunyoro Interreligious Council of Uganda has held special prayers for peaceful campaigns and the 2026 general elections at the Kagadi RDC offices. Pastor Magezi Ibrahim, the acting council chairperson, and regional coordinator Alice Kabasana urged politicians to avoid hate speech and violence, to accept election outcomes peacefully.
Those who have gone through and those who have not gone through, they should accept the results so that we continue experiencing the peace which we have, which have experienced for all these years, so that we don't want anything to spoil our peace in the country of Uganda.
We prayed for other issues that are disturbing people of Kagadi. Take an example of domestic violence, corruption, and safety on the road. People are dying so much on the road. We prayed to God, we cried to Him that God should come and intervene.
And I want to thank them for the unity, because all the religions are here to pray for our district, to pray for our country, and to pray for the coming of our president.
In more news, residents of Chevando Chisalo village in Kampala have received an early Christmas boost after the Ruparelia Foundation donated assorted household items to support vulnerable families in the community. The support is part of the foundation's annual outreach to improve the welfare of less privileged communities.
In a move to commemorate the charitable legacy of the late Rajiv Ruparelia, the Ruparelia Foundation has donated assorted household items to residents of Chebando in Kisalo. The donation included mattresses, sanitary towels, food hampers, clothes, scholastic materials, and footwear, among others. The organizers say that the gesture is intended to ease the burden on vulnerable families during the festive season.
Merry Christmas! Enjoy the Christmas and a Happy New Year to all of you!
During the humanitarian support, the Ruparelia Foundation is also promoting environmental conservation through partnerships with community groups. Annette Kim, a member of the foundation, revealed that they partnered with Kilauli, a Chebando-based group involved in recycling.
We have a personal relationship with the Kilauli community. The Kilauli community deals in recycling of used bottles. And these bottles, as you know, Ruparelia Foundation is part of the Ruparelia group, which runs also this big group of hotels. So we have a lot of bottles that leave our hotels, and it is this place that we give them to. They make them into other things. If you saw, for example, the plates that they use for cake, they are made out of those bottles. So we get to clean the hotels, but also we get to have an environment that is cleanable.
Today we've been having a Christmas experience where we have the Ruparelia Foundation visiting our community, sharing a time with our people, also building more collaboration with also what we do in our communities, because they come and give back to our community, give to the helpless, give them to the single mothers. So for us it is a big achievement to have the Ruparelia Foundation come visit our community during this Christmas time.
Residents who have benefited from the donation expressed appreciation to the Ruparelia Foundation for remembering them during the Christmas season.
Thank you so much for this lovely Christmas gift. May God bless you and in abundance.
We are going to have a wonderful Christmas. These are rare opportunities. We've always seen this on TV, but today we are the ones who are benefiting. Thank you so much, Ruparelia Group. Thank you so much, Mr. Sudir. We are so grateful.
Gaga your way to Morocco with Uganda Cranes and MTN. Simply buy a Gaga bundle by dialing *100 *0# and stand a chance to win a fully paid trip to Morocco. Gaga your way to Morocco with Uganda Cranes and MTN. Together, our fire is unstoppable. Fire! MTN. Terms and conditions apply. MTN Uganda is regulated by Uganda Communications Commission.
Power your moment. Techno, the global partner of AFCON 2025.
Welcome back, and now we get into our business news. The Sasakawa Africa Association has successfully implemented its 5-year strategic plan, transforming farmers from subsistence to commercial farming. During an assessment, farmers praised the association for introducing agriculture technologies that have improved productivity and reliability.
The Sasakawa Africa Association strategic plan focuses on regenerative agriculture, improved nutrition, and market-oriented farming.
We have tangible cases which show how regenerative agriculture is helping enhancing productivity, while it is creating and helping farmers to enhance the soil health, and where we are using both synthetic as well as organic fertilizers. We are also promoting quality seeds use, also integrated soil management.
Improving the soils, but as well as reducing the costs of production that the farmers incur.
Farmers from various regions were trained by the association as commercial community-based facilitators to promote modern farming practices.
We were trained on extending services to the farmers and also accessing finance, especially whereby sometimes the accessing credit in the bank it takes time, but now Sasakawa came in to partner us with the financial institutions.
Thretna Muganza from Kamuli district is among those trained and is training fellow farmers in smart agriculture techniques.
Improve on agriculture, and this has enabled the farmers to improve on the agriculture in different crops, like as crop coffee. We have been engaged in cocoa, we have been engaged in plantations like a banana. So we have been doing, or we do a lot of jobs. We give services to farmers in the planters.
Model homes and nutrition centers have been established to encourage healthy feeding practices.
Elo sina jironda mbabye kiti babiri ngera sesekawa je tukolagana nayo okulonda babye kiti abo webalabira nti waliyo omwana afaanana obubi mu kyalo oba ayisiddwa obubi tebalinda na muzadde.
That is either in red or yellow. For those who are in yellow, they are managed here locally using these available materials, the one that they grow from here, and the bushera they prepare from here. Due to the knowledge our VHT received from Sasaka.
Commercial community-based facilitators work alongside local government extension officers, offering services at a fee to create a sustainable livelihood model.
There is no farmer who buys any product from us before training him or her. So we first train such that they can use judicious use of these chemicals.
Abdu Nasiri Lubwama for UBC.
The Ministry of Trade has launched the first national exhibition for refugees, bringing together refugee entrepreneurs to showcase their products and business ideas. The event supports refugees to participate in the country's economy while opening new opportunities for trade and innovation.
Patrick Okelo, Commissioner for Refugees, encouraged everyone to support refugees, saying their skills can benefit the nation.
Apart from seeking for asylum, the refugees also contribute towards economic development of our country through job creation, through payment of taxes, through innovation, and also in creation of employment, both for refugees and for the local communities. The refugees, I've always emphasized, should not be entirely looked as a burden to government, but also as a source of economic development.
Uganda have variety of products to issue, but also we also know that with production generally, we all want our local economies. As a country produces and sells, then it contributes to the general growth of the country through the GDP.
Stakeholders added the exhibition creates new markets and partnerships for refugee businesses.
Here has the legal right to pursue a business and aspirations alongside their Ugandan neighbours. This progressive policy recognises that refugees and host communities bring diverse skills, cultural richness and entrepreneurial talent.
When they want a team, formalize their businesses, they asks them for work permit. And work permit requires a new but for them they have identification cards. So if you want to take you want to leave, but they have the identity cards, so you want to find out what to use this platform, discuss search.
Still in business, over 200 companies, entrepreneurs, institutions, individuals, etc. in West Nile region have been recognized for their outstanding services rendered in the region. Take a look.
This was during the 4th edition of the West Nile Quality Brand Awards in Arua City, where manufacturers were recognized for their outstanding services.
Congratulations.
The organizers, Omar Albe Akasa, said they are recognizing people and institutions for the services they provide to the West Nile region.
West Nile Quality Brand Awards is a prestigious award-giving entity that recognizes the contributions from individuals, from organizations, from NGOs that all add to the development of the region, empowerment of the citizens. The awarding process is a very research-intensive process that takes actually a whole year, starting with the nominations, and then normally votings after the nominations, and then a shortlist is produced, and voting is done. The winners are announced, and then finally today's event happens. That is the dinner or the gala.
Students come from diverse backgrounds. There is no learner who does not have a talent. It is the responsibility of us, the teachers who mentor them, to allow them to bring out that seed of greatness that God has deposited in them.
The International University of East Africa and the Crisis Response Network, a refugee agency, merged the overall award winners.
As an organization founded outside of Uganda, we could not do any of this work in the camp or within the local surrounding communities without the support of local Ugandan individuals, companies, educational institutions, the government, the Office of the Prime Minister. We're not able to do our work without the help of all of you.
Today, I want to thank the West Nile Quality Brands Award for yet giving us another award for Agribusiness of the Year in West Nile.
We have won the Best Agribusiness Entrepreneur Award under the West Nile Quality Brands Awards. We're very excited. It's an honor and pleasure for us to win this award.
The Uganda Agribusiness Alliance is partnering with the government to promote agro-industrialization and export promotion in Uganda ahead of a high-level national meeting on December 16, 2025.
The Uganda Agribusiness Alliance has partnered with the government to advance agro-industrialization and export promotion ahead of a high-level national meeting. The meeting will mark the closure of UAA's 5-year Power Voices project for improved production, livelihoods, and market access for farmers in West Nile.
The Business Alliance gave seed for onions, trained the farmers, and today, as we crown the 5 years of this funding, we have farmers who have been able to build permanent houses, farmers who have gone to other agriculture value chains. Some have gone to onion, garlic farming, Irish potato, tomatoes, cabbages, and they are also improving on their livelihood.
And encouraging value chain development. Then 2, advocating and encouraging government to come up with policies and regulations to guide these value chains.
Farmers from Nebi, Zombo, and Arua districts have directly benefited from the initiative. Uganda Agribusiness Alliance Board Chair Victoria Sechitoreko stressed aligning government programs to expand enterprises and integrate farmers into the agro-industrial economy.
These are days of PDM. If and when you get your PDM money, invest it in what you have done to grow. whether it is onions, whether it is some other horticulture. There is a yoga. They are already an association. Let them borrow money through cooperatives. There is grow money for women. Many of them are women. So our job was like to package this young lady. Now this young lady is ready to meet the world.
The meeting comes as Uganda shifts towards sustainable, market-driven agriculture and a stronger value chain collaboration. Robert Katamba and Jamila Uruka reporting for UBC News.
In more business news, Minister of State for Cooperatives Frederick Ngovi Gume has commended unity and collective investment, describing cooperatives as a catalyst for faster community and national development. He was speaking at celebrations marking 10 years of Mushana Multipurpose Cooperative Circle.
What started as a small savings initiative has grown into one of Uganda's fastest rising cooperative success stories. Members of Mushana Multipurpose Cooperative Circle have marked 10 years of shared vision and economic empowerment. Minister of State for Cooperatives Frederick Ngovi Gume commended members for the cooperation where collective effort accelerates development.
This is the best way of people beginning small, not wasting everything they save. Like the Uganda saying, where people say, these people save part of their income, and now they have invested in various areas, which is advantageous to the government in the following areas. One, they are creating employment.
He applauded Mushana Circle for compiling with cooperative laws, describing it as a model society government can rely on to drive economic transformation.
Through this company has now grown from a contribution of 5,000 shillings for members per month. Now we are boasting of a share price going for 1 million shillings. So when we had just started out, when we registered at the Ministry of Trade, our share price was 50,000, and now we are happy to note that due to the good management, the growth portfolio, and our good investments that we have been able to undertake as a circle,
the circle chairperson Ocheng Anthony said the society has saved over 30 billion shillings with nearly 2,000 members and investments in agriculture, including a 97-acre farm in Nakasongola.
Him and having shared with him the vision and all that, I realized it was credible because one, it was already registered, and indeed it was focusing in the sector that I love passionately and where I felt I would contribute professionally and also be part of the dreams that
I love being a part of Mushana, and I will keep being a part of them because they have allowed me to grow, to have assets, and where we are heading, I will keep investing with them.
And that brings us to the end of our bulletin this evening. Thank you so much for your audience. My name is Moureen Babirye with my colleague Mohamed Mogalu on sign language. I wish you a lovely night.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Under President Yoweri Museveni's leadership, Uganda's healthcare system has been transformed. Central Uganda, for example, benefits from a comprehensive and concentrated health system